I just heard somebody say something very interesting, and I wanted to reflect on that. There was somebody who said there is no such thing as a midlife crisis. And I was thinking about that. The way a midlife crisis is often portrayed is somebody at midlife who's going completely nuts, who is facing his or her own mortality. And quite often they drop everything, they're panicking, they get a divorce, and then they get involved with somebody so much younger just to feel young again. What is that actually describing? That is describing a narcissist who has a narcissistic collapse. I mean, when you look at your life, sure, there is a midlife. But how do we actually know when we hit midlife? Of course, there are statistics that say the average life expectancy of a person is so-and-so. So we may assume that our midlife is happening around 40 or mid-40s. It wouldn't apply to everybody though. But in general, when you look back at your life, we all hit certain markers in our life. We went through childhood, we went through puberty and teenage years, we went through our chaotic 20s, which is kind of like a trial and error phase. Then women, they hit their mid to late 30s, which are kind of the last good years to have children. Of course, you still can have children in your 40s, but it's getting more and more dangerous the older you get. So going through life, we hit a lot of critical ages and stages when somebody is only pointing at midlife. And we often associate midlife with having a complete crisis and throwing everything into the dust and having a complete makeover. I don't think that is normal behavior. I think that is much more of a narcissistic collapse, because everybody who is sane, who is healed, who is authentic and rooted in themselves, they usually age gracefully. They accept life as it is. I'm in my late 30s. I've certainly come to the point where I age gracefully and I accept life as it is.